Closing is in 48 hours. The fact that this is all even happening is a miracle.
Excuse me for swearing, but we're gonna be fucking solid.
Days.
We just sold a $6 million townhouse in 11 days.
We are also growing into a new office, and we also just won a new building with Jessica Markowski. We are coming to Queens.
Stay tuned to watch it all.
Mel?
Terry, you're here.
Yes.
We're in contract. Closing is in 48 hours. The buyers are about to come to do a preliminary final walkthrough. The fact that this is all even happening is a miracle. I'm gonna walk you through the house and tell you the story of how this sale came to be.
Didn't we just have this a week ago?
That's not the crazy part. Just you buckle up, put your seatbelt on. We got one for you.
Whoa, whoa, clear out the room, I'm coming through, they wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill, I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah.
439 Fifth Street was a miracle. A miracle from God. Just kidding. So we staged the house, we did a staging project, we did video marketing, we did all of these things, prepared for launch. And when you take over a listing that has been previously listed by somebody else, they get an exclusion list. Usually it's 6 names, and if anybody comes back and buys who is on the exclusion list, the previous broker gets the commission check, not the new broker. New broker gets nothing. It's part of takeovers, and we're totally okay with it. It's just part of the game, right? Knowing this situation is happening, pour a ton of money into the house. Custom brochures, custom sign out front, branding package, staging, super high-end photography. We spent thousands of dollars on photography, and then multiple video assets, right? We launched on a Thursday, September 12th to be exact. On September 13th, we had a broker's open, a broker's lunch. At the beginning, like 10 minutes before it was gonna start, the owner said, hey, I need to talk to you, can we talk in the backyard? Literally, this is where we had this conversation, right where we're standing. They accepted our last counter offer out of nowhere. We said, okay, this was on a Friday, so we had an open house planned for Sunday, and they said, yeah, you know, show on Sunday, but we're gonna proceed with this buyer because it was the right terms. Fast forward to Sunday. I'm like, okay, we have one freaking chance to do this, right? This house is gonna go into contract this week. Game plan. At the open house, are we going to talk about the fact that there's an offer on the table? I said, I think we have to, because for people that are interested to know that there's not gonna be time, they just need to know what they're up against, right? So we had a really great turnout at that open house on that Sunday, and I was letting people know, hey, this is the situation. If you're interested, just let me know sooner rather than later, right? So it was this awesome couple, and their agent was with them. They went through the house. I told them the situation. I was talking to somebody else, and Bruce came and got me and said, hey, can we talk in the backyard really fast? And I was like, yeah, of course. The exact same spot that the sellers had told me, like, hey, we're probably accepting this offer from the exclusion list, was the exact same spot that this couple looked at me in the eye and said, what do we have to do to buy this house? We love it. And I was like, is this really happening? Like, are we doing this? So Bruce, being a great agent that he is, was like, let's do this right now. They gave me a verbal offer. He said, I'll send you the paperwork after we leave, but let's just try to see if we can like get to terms that they'll move over to us. I called the seller in the front yard while the buyers were back here. Bruce came up there with me. I said, hey, I'm with the buyer's agent, just so you know who's in the room. And they want to know like what number gets it done right now. They put a number out. They said, okay, done. I was like still wondering, is this real? We were freaking in contract 5 business days later, and we're closing on Friday. It was all happened in this last 2 weeks. We went from pouring thousands of dollars into the marketing to losing the house to winning back the house in 48 hours time. And we did it. And we're closing in 48 hours. Okay, I'm gonna kick you out, not because I don't love you, but the buyers are coming, we're doing a final walkthrough, I want them to have complete privacy, and I'm so glad you got to see all of this happen. This was really cool. 439 Fifth Street, in contract, closed, In 2 weeks. Total. Okay, total. We're busting at the seams. The team is doing more and more, and we're getting more pitches. We have this amazing energy in the office, but we are crammed into a 250 square foot space. Is it even that big? I don't think it's even that big. It's a shoebox. We live in New York City. We know how to live in shoeboxes, okay? Not saying that we couldn't do it, but we just need a bigger space.
This is a debate. We have a budget we're trying to stay in. My thought was,
Just say what you want.
I want to replace this. I want to reface the cupboards, and we can
is
even
the
do a
dream
mix
list.
match. It doesn't have to be cohesive, and I like different separation. I noticed that you always do like maybe a slab of storage, and so if it's cohesive, or we can do pop-ups.
I'm doing one that's different bottom and
Love.
different top.
I want to spend money on the main space and the content room and the office in that area before, like, this is fine, no one's gonna hang out here. I don't wanna like redo somebody else's kitchen.
It's not a kitchen, so it's going to be a temporary storage for us while we're here. And also, we could get rid of this. So happy to.
That's it. She
That's
told
where
me
we're
about
putting
it.
our library.
Like, we can find ways to make it part of the whole design.
What do you think?
Okay.
I think this is where I want to spend the money.
Okay.
Most of the money. Like, I want this area to feel colorful, vibrant, joyful, like just people walk in here and they want to hang out in here, they want to be here, they want to work here. Being in here makes them want to be with the team forever, never, ever, 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 ever leave us.
It's not always going to be packed. We're going to have max capacity, 5-6 agents, me and Terry.
No, that's why we're making this new office, because they're all going to want to come here all the time.
You say that. This has zero character.
I'm totally fine with the lights though.
I'm not. If you add character, all I can
lights
look
are
at, it's the
gonna
only
be
thing to look
fine.
at. It's white. There's nothing else to look
The
at
lights are
here.
fine.
The lights are fine.
Love that the desks and chairs were here. I don't want to take up this whole space so we can leave room for a phone booth, but if we had a shelf of games here, I think that would be cool. I always wanted it to have like elements of fun, and I wanted to have some board games that we could kind of take a break from real estate and like, hey, you want to play a game of Skip-Bo?
So to make this even more private, I would like to put film on these, the opaque film on this one side. But what if the carve out, the B, how it starts to separate? What if we hired the people who do our signs and we put the film here with the B's, so it's all opaque, but the see-through B's are on just this side.
I'm cool with that if it goes with the rest of the room. These can go. Do you like it?
Yes.
It's kind of fun, right?
Yes.
This is the content room.
No more. Can we get this room? What's
No, no more of that.
Yeah, so when
And
you
if
walk
we
in.
want to do a pull down backdrop, we can.
Well, the other thing is we're gonna have a light switch and it'll say recording.
We want the content room to have a cute backdrop, something cool, fun that we can shoot selfie videos in. Terry can use it for confessionals. Might not be in here very much anymore, but just a place where the lights can be set up all the time, that we can have our equipment set up.
I have some random questions.
I don't want tans and neutrals and safe and like, yeah, CB2 catalog. I want you walking like, fuck, this is dope.
Brandon and I are like obsessed with a wallpaper that I know will be somewhere in the space. I don't know where yet.
If you have some movies or aesthetics that I can refer to that you really like some of my clients tell me, for example, oh, I want to live in a tower house type. Or like, I want to be, like.
You know St. James?
Yeah.
That.
Okay, good.
I
I
like
love that wallpaper.
classical, but like something that is that but different. I always gravitate towards when people do like marbles that are super veiny. Like think like Verde marbles that have huge patches of green and white and blue and quartz, and I'm like, that's amazing. It's still timeless marble and Carrara, but it's like, give me the ugly duckling that's really pretty. I'm excited to do bold colors. Like my preference for interior design is like solid, strong, bold colors, solid greens, strong navies, no reds, but purples, yellows, a lot of textures, mid-century meets chic. I mean, the whole reason why we're doing this new office is so that we can grow the team, because we're turning away so much good talent. This legacy continues. The Bogard New York brand must groweth, because the team overfloweth.
If we have a hire at this point, I think it would be just adding on a territory that we maybe don't cover right now within New York City. Potentially someday somebody in Queens and somebody uptown, because right now we're all downtown and Brooklyn based.
Justin Forbot.
Speaking of uptown, Harlem, and Queens, we got new listings coming in both.
How are we doing?
Good, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm good. Jess, your fit's so cool.
Isn't it so good? It's Dolce & Gabbana. Don't you like the fabric?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? So I brought the landscapers in today.
Perfect.
Perfect, thank you. Wow, so pretty. Do you like the view or what?
I'm so excited to see the apartments. We want to get in here now that we have the fobs and then really kind of spend some time walking around, get the Wi-Fi for the working room.
Oh yeah,
And
Yeah.
then, like, so that we can set up and post up shop and then we can just be in here making social stuff. My goal is treat it as two separate entities as whole. Our branding team's going to have a package for you tomorrow, but I think we just overspill this half of the building. As we go through this the next week or two, we'll come up with a bunch of things to make this its own identity.
Yeah.
I want to keep it sleek. I want it to feel like home when you come home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did not realize the scale of an opportunity that we got here. This is a 35-unit building, and it is massive. The square footage is so beautiful. The ceiling heights, the floors, the finishes are chef's kiss.
I'm just looking at
You break it, you buy it, Brandon.
I want to focus on our first push, the most expensive one. I want to do like 2 or 3 3-bedrooms and one with a big terrace. They are priced right. Once we hit one, then we play with the strategizing. I have so much more faith now, even being here again. Like, I knew we were going to be good, but now, excuse me for swearing, but we're going to be fucking solid. Like, this place is amazing. This is so exciting, and thank you. I'm so glad you DM'd Jess.
Do they know how we met? How we told the story? When you showed us the Williamsburg apartment that became a condo, like it was for rent, and then you sold it on season 1.
Yeah, that's how we met?
Yes.
Oh my God. I don't remember anything.
How we met.
I cannot believe I forgot how I actually met Sonia. I had a listing, it was a rental at first. We sold it on season 1 of Owning Manhattan, but we actually met prior to me selling the actual unit. She was actually looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. She came to an open house of mine because she was looking for a place with her fiance, and we connected then and there. She reached out to me on social media. We had a meeting with her, and push came to shove. Ended up in business. It was so cool to see that full circle moment. Who thought that a $9,000 rental will lead me to getting a building? And we're living it now.
Markowski, good job on the building. That thing is sick.
My favorite part about the Townhouse story is that the power of all of the branding that we're doing, it works.
Creating these identities for these properties, while most people think they're like a marketing ploy or like cheeky words, it actually worked.
Zach just got off of the phone with somebody who said they saw all of our branding that we did for the Townhouse, and now they want us to come over to their house next week and list their house.
This is something we coach agents a lot. It takes time to get a big win. To be a really good top agent, you need to be persistent in.
You need to fill up your pipeline.
And so this win took her months and many, many meetings. We didn't even know if we were gonna get it. But now she's got $30 million of a new exclusive in an insane, gorgeous new building. That's it. Subscribe to the channel, follow along. There's even bigger wins coming.
Not the next episode, but the one
He's a
after
fan.
that.
He was like, yo, just subscribe to the channel. We got you, bro. New episode.
Also, coming up in a future episode, see our new office space come to life.
That's true. He wants to see it.
Subscribe, like, share with all of your friends, and actually, you should play it for your family at dinner tonight.
On repeat.